Hey guys, how's it going? My hair is a little bit messy, so please excuse that. I just got home from work and I just thought I would make a vlog. And I was thinking about actually making a part 4, even though I was going to do 3 parts. Um, there's a few things that I was going to add to it, but I'll have to do that on the next video or one of the future videos. Because I can't think of what they were right off the top of my head. I know if I think of pretty much, well, if I can go off of what happened today, which is actually why I was wanting to vlog, then I can probably go with it. So I'll make another list here soon. I'm off tomorrow, so maybe tomorrow. But I just like to talk about what happened tonight. So first, let me start off with the thing that it had on the list with LP, which is loss prevention. I mentioned something about one of the, I think he's a supervisor of theirs or manager. I don't know what the hell he is. But it's the old guy that I was talking about. He's kind of an asshole. He's got resting bitch face. And yeah, I don't know. He's just annoying as fuck. But anyways, the reason I want to start with him is because he has, I don't know if some of you have ever seen this one skit on Saturday Night Live where David Spade plays this guy that when he talks normal, his normal is sarcasm. So people mistake it for, oh, you're just being sarcastic, but he's like, no, really. This is how I normally talk. But you know, whatever. He's just kind of an asshole. For instance, earlier I went to drop one of our money bags. This is like about 9 o'clock after we closed up the register. I went to drop the money bag and I was talking to one of the guys that does the carts and stuff. And first off, when people drop bags, they'll leave the safe open for the next person. Normally people do this. But as I was walking away, the old guy's like walking past and he's like, why didn't you close it all the way? I was like, somebody else was there after I was. He goes, doesn't matter, you're standing right there. Why don't you close it? And he closed it. I'm like, whatever. Fuck you. I just kind of, under my breath, whispered it to myself. And then later on, when we were getting ready to leave, it started to rain a little bit. And I was taking my friend home, and my supervisor was coming out with us. And I said something about, oh no, it's actually raining. And he goes, and while my friend was talking, I hear the same old fuck saying, oh, you're not gonna melt. Fuck you, dude. I didn't ask for your input, and it was just as a joke. So keep your comments to yourself. The other thing that does not have to do with him that I wanted to talk about that happened earlier in the night. Okay, so we have a tent sale that's going on, and so we took some stuff out, and the place that we took the stuff from, we put other stuff there for an ad. So while we were actually setting up, this kid comes over, preteen, and was asking about the lawnmowers. Now, I didn't even get a chance to talk to him about the mowers because, God, you know those children that come over and just ask questions and then they just start babbling and babbling and on and on and on and on and on and on. Anyways, what happened was he asked me about the mowers and I was kind of talking to him a little bit about it. I didn't get a really chance to talk about them much because he goes on a tangent and starts talking about this one guy that he mows for and how tall the guy's grass is because of the fact that he had to get another mower because the guy's grass is so tall that his mower broke, and I don't know. I just kind of stopped listening after a while because it was just like, shut the fuck up. But anyway, the kid goes and says something about this guy wants to pay him at the end of the month instead of every 2 weeks and stuff, and he's gonna charge him this and that, and he said something about making a contract for the guy to sign, and if he signs it and he disobeys what's in the contract, that he was going to sue him, and that his dad's an officer, police officer, and that he knows some lawyers and this and that. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. You asked me about a mower, all you had to say was the person that I'm actually cutting the lawn, his lawn actually made my mower mess up, so I need to replace it. Instead of telling me your life story, I don't give a fuck. Anyways, I have another customer that comes by, and while he's talking to me, and I said, excuse me a moment, let me do this, I'll be back. He's like, oh, no, go ahead. So I do help this guy that needed some bricks and some sand or whatever. And so I'm sitting there thinking, oh my God, thank you for getting me away from that child, because I was about to fuck him up and say, go away, nobody cares. Me being a nice person, obviously I'm not going to say that, because one, although I don't really care much for my job, I do need something. But whatever. Sorry, excuse me. So then, later on, my supervisor's outside getting a pallet so we can switch over stuff from one of the wooden pallets to a plastic one. And so the other dude, there's a guy that's coming from, or that came from the front registers to help us out. I think he went on a break or something. And, well, I don't know. Maybe he went to go do something. I don't know what the hell he did. But the kid comes back. I see him walking towards me, and I'm like, God, do not come over here. Please do not come over here. Guess what he does? He still comes over anyways. And so he starts talking about how he knows somebody that works there, and that they'll be a witness, and that he can't wait to see what happens when the guy breaks out of the contract, this, that, the other, whatever, blah, 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 blah. I don't care. Why do children do that? Why do annoying children do that? You run on and on. No offense to you children, small children, preteens, whoever you are that like to be a big man or woman and say this, that, and the other, and babble on and on and on. If you have a question about something, stick with that. Don't tell us your life story, because we don't care. And I'm going to be honest, people or associates that work in retail, we talk about customers behind their backs. I know it sounds wrong. If, we have a normal transaction, a normal time, whatever, who cares? We don't really talk about them. They just get their stuff and then they leave, and then whatever, we forget about them. And, unless they come back for something else, whatever. But those people that stick out, like I said, the Indian lady yesterday, we always talk about her. And it's pretty bad that when this kid was walking over, I was sitting there thinking, I would rather deal with her than to deal with this child. Because at least The lady that always wants something for 75% off comes in, shops, and then she leaves. And then we don't see her again. This kid, he was still walking around, hanging around, and I'm just like, oh my god, why? But yeah. I'm sure that there's been people. I'm sure that if I did something at Walmart or something or any other retail shops that makes me stand out, that people would talk about me too. Because trust me, we do it. When we have annoying people that come in and do stuff or say stuff or whatever, we always talk about it. We wait till they leave, but we always talk about it. And it sounds bad, but it is what it is. But anyways, I'm going to go before I actually make this a ramble. But those are just the only things that I wanted to talk about. I'll actually get a list ready tomorrow. Might be a little bit difficult because now I have baby again. He was gone for this weekend, so it was easier. But I will see what I can do, maybe during his nap. So I'm going to go. I will see you guys later, and yeah, so bye y'all.